Sorry. I'm running a little bit behind. I'm trying to get a quick snack before I started, and then it started quicker than I thought it would. So I I apologize. But what's going on, shrimp keepers? Sorry for chewing in your ear. Let me get my chat set up. We already got people in the house. We got Ruru too. We got McMurray, S. Lucio, Justin. Justin, you got a different name. What's going on with that? Is that your personal account or something? We got Gabe, James, Punky, Pam, Aqua Apprentice. A lot of people in the house. Thank you guys all for being here. Always good to have you guys here. Let me see. There we go. I think we're all set up, ready to go. Yeah. So what is next for Flip Aquatics? What are we got? What's up next? Like what's in store? What's around the corner? I feel like I've been putting so much time into this last room, put so much time into the import order, getting the shrimp here, making sure they're alive, making sure they're doing well. Oh my gosh. It's just been crazy. Rude2 said, "What's next? Puppies and kittens?" Oh yeah, we got Bob Merle in the house. What's going on, Bob? A lot of other people here. Hope you guys are having a great one. Laura Shrimp's in the house. What's going on, Laura? Christine. But yeah, so we have some crazy stuff going on. I made a protein bar. I don't know why I'm hungry. We literally just went out to eat at like 1 o'clock. I think I'm just getting fat. I don't know. It's bad though. I'm always hungry. All right, so here is what's coming up next. We are moving on to the outdoor pond series, which we're a little bit late to the party, but we're behind. So that's going to be something that's coming up. We also want to start doing more with importing and getting different types of shrimp, kind of switching up, getting some cool stuff, getting some more rare stuff. And it's going to be exciting. So it's more or less like getting down into the roots and having fun with the hobby and enjoying it and getting some stuff in, making some quality videos. Because lately it feels like the only type of videos I put out are blogging videos, which, you guys watch them because you love me, but you don't watch them. Well, I don't know. They're just like, I want to put out information again, like, because I've been doing so much blogging. I want to get good quality content going out. And I think it'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to a change of pace. Like, I'm freaking exhausted lately. But this, like, after yesterday, like, you guys blessed me with a bunch of sales, and that was awesome. So now it's like, okay, we're there. Now it's like fine tuning stuff, fixing it. Lacey Hover, or Lassie, I don't know how you say that. Good evening from Denmark. Shout out to Denmark. We got Stormy Mist Emma in the house. What's going on, Emma? McMurray says, I would say second honeymoon so we can have a mini diesel running around behind you while you live stream. Oh no, don't even tell Amanda that. She would love it. Next is the breeding contest for which I've ordered my shrimp and ready to crush it. Yes, breeding contest is another big one that's right around the corner. That's probably what my time's going to be devoted to next. And then the pond series just to get that kicked up off the ground and have some fun with that. I know some people bought shrimp this past weekend or yesterday even, and they want to be a part of it. And so we got to get all that figured out. Casper said, "Do you send shrimp to Canada?" We do not anymore. Just with the amount of time that we have, it just sorry, I don't know why I'm so hungry, but with the amount of time that we have, it just I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to send them to Canada, and I apologize for that. James, shout out to South Africa. That's awesome. Richard Pizzell in the house. What's going on, Richard? Matthew Haley said, "Do you ever sell Mexican dwarf crayfish? They're also called the CPD. No, they're not called. That's Celestial Pro Danio. They're CPOs, I think. CPOs. Yeah, but the Mexican dwarf crayfish, we've never sold them in the past, but I've always wanted to. It's just a lot of states ban crayfish, so I'm I'm gonna have to call them the Mexican dwarf shrimp, and then I can get away with it." As long as they're shrimp, they're allowed to cross state lines. But yeah, Emma said, "What happened to the red really shrimp? I wanted to buy some and they're gone." Stormy, send me an email, and I still have some USA bred ones. We just don't have them up on the website yet because we're not breeding them to the extent that we need to breed them in order to sell them. So there was no point in having an extra product up there that's always going to be out of stock. So we had to do that. Snazana, hello from Sweden. I thought it was Thursday when I watched the video live stream this morning. Oh, so you were a day behind. And yeah. Well, I'm glad that I'm still able to live stream on Wednesday for you. Uh KP Aquarium says, "What's up, Rob? How is everyone?" Everyone seems to be doing really well. I know I'm doing well. It's like the day after 4th of July. It's like slowly getting back into work. We had a good day with sales, and it's just like all the hard work is behind us, and now it's just focusing on the shrimp and growing shrimp and breeding them and having fun with them. And it's not about the stuff that isn't fun. Like building a shrimp room is kind of fun. Doing imports kind of fun. Building the website's kind of fun, but it's all a ton of work. Breeding shrimp is a ton of fun. Spending time with your hands in tanks is a ton of fun. So those are the things that I enjoy, and so I'm glad we're getting back to that. Yeah, so it's gonna be really good. Kyle says, "Are Hermanos known to go into the filter? Can't seem to keep mine out of there." They're just going where the food is. So if they're in your filter, they probably just want to get to that food. But yeah, yeah, shrimp are known to go anywhere. They always want to crawl into spaces where they think food might be, and all that good stuff. My phone's blowing up. Let me see what we got going on. Nick Richards sending me some messages. Shout out to Nick Richards. I don't know if he's in the live stream, but he's definitely sending some messages. But anyway, yeah, so we have some really cool stuff. I'm really excited to get back into like making good YouTube videos. I feel like my content lately, like I said, is just a lot of blogging, and which I enjoy blogging, but it's not really. I don't know. I like information too, so I want to give you guys some information and help you guys become better shrimp keepers. And yeah, Joey, the king of DIY. Good job, DIY King for training. Yeah, shout out to him. He's just been killing it with that 2,000-gallon aquarium and scaping and all that stuff. He's been doing a really good job. So shout out to Joey. And if you guys missed the live stream when we got the import order in, Joey, he did a super chat for $100 to get me to get inside of one of my shrimp ponds. And I was like, no, I don't want to kill the shrimp, but like, oh, it was bad. I ended up just sticking my head under the water. And the tank that I stuck my head in is like the tank that's doing the best out of all the ponds. Like it's crazy. Like we literally have no dead shrimp in it ever. So I'm just gonna start dunking my head into all the ponds before we get the shrimp. King Lee said, "I enjoy all the videos, Rob." Thank you, King. Appreciate that. McMurray said, "To what colors do the Neocaridina grades?" Oh, so yep, cherry. Basically those grades only apply to cherry shrimp, so the red shrimp. So it goes cherry, sakura, fire, painted fire red. The rest of the shrimp don't have grades as far as Neocaridina go. It's just, hey, this is a good looking shrimp. It's a really nice orange lily, or it's a really nice orange sakura, or whatever it is. Basically they're all like they don't really have grades anymore. Most of the colors are pretty solid, so to have an ugly one is rare. But yeah. Aqua Apprentice said bulk Reef Supply shirt. I got the same one at Reefapalooza. Yeah, so I did get it from Reefapalooza, and I was working today, so I was like, I'll throw this on, and I figured, might as well rep it during the live stream because they were nice. They were great guys. They gave me a shirt, which was nice. So why not support them a little bit? And I really didn't have time to change. You guys saw how late I was running already. But yeah, did you guys check out the new website? I know I talked about it yesterday, but if you haven't checked it out yet, please go check it out because I've been getting a lot of great feedback from people sending me emails, letting me know I have a spelling error here, or they can't see this thing here. So your guys' help really helps me out a lot, um, and really helps me make the site better, which is always the goal. And I'm so excited about the site. It's like my baby. Like I literally I want to say I've spent like 5 weeks building it. Now, granted, I didn't work on it like 40 hours every week, but I probably have at least 100 hours into it. And so to see it all come together and see it work and people appreciate it and like it and the flow of it's good, like it's a win-win all around. So I'm so excited about the website. Uh, it's just it's so cool. So I think I love it. I think you guys know it too because I talk about it. Put shirts on the website. That is the next thing, Stormy. I know I need shirts up there so bad. And I'm really sorry about eating your guys' ear in your face this time. I don't know why, but I'm really hungry. McMurray dropping the question says, where does the stripe on the back of the red, yellow, or orange shrimp come from, and what does it mean? Hmm, that is a really good question. Um, I know it has something to do with genetics. I'm not a genetic expert by any stretch of the imagination. I really do not know what causes that white stripe down their back. I really don't, but I know that pretty much all neocaridines get it. So it might have something to do with inbreeding to get certain colors. It might also just be a natural occurrence in the shrimp. Like some get it, some don't. Kind of like some people bald while others don't. And so it definitely has something to do with genetics. And yeah, something to do with genetics. I don't really have the perfect answer for you. Kingly said, "Is email the best way to let you know if I find an error on the website?" Yeah, email is a great way. King, if you have my phone number, you can also text me. But if you find an error and you want to just put it in the comments, I will find it and LR breaths. That's hilarious. But yeah, King, if you want to put it in the comments, I will see it and I'll write it down. I got my piece of paper here that I've been writing down all the little notes that I need to change and things like that. Um, LR Brett's Aquatic says the stripe on their back makes them faster and more aerodynamic. That is hilarious. LR Brett's. Hey, LR Brett's, I saw your water change system was working, man. That's so exciting. It's so cool to finally see something come together and it actually work the way you intended it to work. That's an awesome, awesome feeling. Aqua Apprentice says, one thing I noticed on the website is for the wood. It may be helpful to have a ruler or an item for the size reference next to it. Great point. That's a great point. Um, yeah, it's a very very good point. I could even retake those pictures. Wood. Let me spell this right. Ruler. There we go. That was a great input, Aqua Apprentice. Thank you. Aqua Apprentice says, oh, that's Wes. Talking to Wes. Wes says, selling my house and want, the buyers want my display tank. That is hilarious. Wes, what are you gonna? Yeah, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sell it? Oh, that's funny. He is. He said selling it but building a new one. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Heffen Davies says, "Come on, 75 watchers, 23 likes. Show some love, people." No, that's definitely some love. Um, any likes love. That's just the core. The 23 people are the core that really, really love me. The other people are people that love me, but not as much as the 23. I got Jeff. Jeff's probably listening to the live stream right now. He's working at the warehouse. He's working on. I'm all phlegmy. Um, he's working on the warehouse. He's cleaning it and getting rid of some things that we don't need. I don't know what I'm stepping on. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Probably a piece of Ruby's bone. Whatever though. But yeah, so Jeff's working on cleaning. He's also going around and recording all the desks into a Excel notebook so that we can keep track of it all and really keeping up on how we're doing, what we're selling, what's dying, and really getting into the analytics and trying to figure out what we can improve on, maybe what we did different in one tank versus another tank, and see how we can improve on the health of the shrimp, survival rates, parasites, all that kind of stuff. So we're really trying to dive into the numbers and try to figure out what works and what doesn't work, and then reproduce what's working. Kevin said, "Is it hard to start a 2-gallon tank? What's the max shrimp for such a small tank if it's even doable?" I would never do anything that small just because top offs and water changes are going to be near impossible. It's going to be hard to keep up with it. It's going to have temperature swings like crazy. I would not do it. I mean, but if you were on top of it, you could pull it off, and you could probably fit 10 shrimp in there. But I know with my amount of time that I have, I would not be able to do it. KP Aquarium says, "Hey Rob, nice website, bro. I see you have Taiwan Bee starter packs. Any other starter packs available?" They will be. They're not yet. I need to build them first. But that will definitely be out. We're doing a long live stream on Sunday. I'm going to do an 8-hour live stream from 12 to 8 p.m., I believe. I might end a little bit early. We'll just see. Because I don't know how it's going to work with um, food and going to the bathroom and stuff like that. I still got to ask Corey about it. But we are going to have some stuff available, and we're going to have some more sales coming up. We definitely won't have everything on sale like we did yesterday, but we'll have some stuff on sale, specifically new things that we're trying out that we think you guys will like. And so yeah, so there's some good stuff going on. LR Brett says, "Already gotta go to Home Depot for parts. Hope you all have a good day." LR Bretts, we're gonna miss you, man. Thank you for stopping in. It's always good to see how you're doing and all that good stuff. Stormy Mist Emma says, "I'm cleaning my room with one hand. My other hand is holding my tablet watching the live stream." That's great. Thank you, Stormy. McMurray says, 10. If you mix a blue jelly with a black rose or any neos, the offspring will either be blue jelly or black rose, not a mix of something in between, or how does that work?" So, blue jellies are actually blue velvets, and blue velvets are bred from cherry shrimp. Black rose are bred from chocolate shrimp, which probably have a little bit of cherry shrimp in them. I'm not 100% sure. So if you mix them, they're two separate lines, so two different color patterns. I would say you're going to get some funky looking shrimp. I highly doubt it would give you blue or black, but it could. I've never personally done it, so I don't know. But yeah, so McMurray, it's always different depending on what you breed and how you breed them and all that kind of stuff. Fanatics Aquatics says, "What are the parameters for black tiger shrimp as well as how they came in and the price? Can't wait for the shirts." Um, so we got black fancy tigers in, and they actually had a shortage of them. So we only got 19 out of the 200 that we ordered, or 150 that we ordered. And so we didn't get them all in, so we probably won't even sell them, to be honest, just because there's only 19 of them. Maybe to one person or something like that if two people really want them. But the parameters for the black fancy tigers are like crystal red parameters, maybe a little bit harder. They're like a Thai beast, so they're kind of used to crystal parameters and tiger parameters, and so I would keep them like that. Um, Demonkus says, "Isn't continuous inbreeding detrimental, or by ordering new stock, you always introduce enough diversity to keep the breeding going? What if you wouldn't?" So, Dominic, uh, continuous inbreeding is how they create some of the most famous lines in the world. And so, yes, it's detrimental to the reproduction, it's detrimental to their fertility, all that kind of stuff, their health. But the highest quality shrimp are the ones that are inbred the most. Now they're kind of getting to like Thai bee shrimp, where you mix tigers and bee shrimp, and when you do that, you get better genetics because it's coming from two separate trees. But prior to that, there was a lot of like breed a red shrimp, like a cherry shrimp, and breed it with other cherry shrimp until it's like solid red. And so that was very selective breeding, and it definitely plays an effect on how they reproduce and all that. But by keeping, like, if you keep a colony of 25 or more, you're really never going to have problems with inbreeding. At least it being harmful to your colony, unless it's like, 1,000 years down the, or not 1,000 years, but like maybe 5 years down the road, if you keep breeding them together, eventually they'll die off and get a lot of diseases. But if you keep separating them, like take 25 of them, breed 50, split 50 into another two tanks, let those colonies go, and then keep switching back and forth, like taking some babies from one colony, put them into the other, so on and so forth. You'll do pretty good. Congrats on selling the tank with a house around it. That's really funny. Yeah, I can't believe he sold his house and they wanted the fish tank when they bought the house. So that was a good bargaining chip. Emma said you're doing live streams left and right. So yesterday, the only reason I did a live stream is because we were having that big sale and it was the 4th of July. I just wanted to stop out and say hi. Today we're doing the live stream because we always do live streams on Wednesday unless we're like super crazy busy. And so that's why we're doing it. And then we're gonna get back to normal right after today, pretty much, and we'll start doing more regular videos, produce videos, informational videos, back to what we're good at and what we enjoy doing, or what I enjoy doing. And so that's where we're moving. Um, Emma's now vacuuming her room. Emma, you are always in these live streams every single time. I love it. Kenneth Ben says, "Do the starter packs still include the food supplies and net still?" Yes, Ken, they definitely will include the shrimp net, the shrimp or the Indian almond leaves, the shrimp food, and the shrimp. So they'll still include the same thing. Again, I just haven't introduced them yet. The Taiwan bee starter pack just includes Taiwan bee shrimp. It didn't include the others because most people that are buying Taiwan bee shrimp aren't people that need shrimp nets and stuff. They're like people that already have a set up tank. They're like going all out, and maybe they wouldn't need that stuff. So I wanted to keep the price as low as I could, and that's why they included it in the Taiwan bee starter pack. Abel said, "Do you breed Taiwan bees, and if you do, what species?" So, geez, this phlegm is killing me. Um, if so, what species of Taiwan bees do you breed? We currently breed. What are these ones? Because we have a whole tank of them right here. These are the main ones that we breed. The other ones we just import. We got a ton of black pandas, a few black King Kongs in there that we bred. Some wine reds, not a ton. There's a ton of Michelins in there. Probably a handful of blue bolts. But this tank is crazy. There's literally, I want to say, 100, 150 shrimp in there, something like that. Like, it's ridiculous. And that's Amanda's tank, so I give her all the credit. She's been doing a good job at keeping up with them. McMurray Farm says, "Remember to like the stream, guys." Thank you, McMurray, and definitely feel free to like the stream. It lets me know that you guys like what I'm talking about. And if you don't like what I'm talking about, don't like the stream because I want to know that too. Matt P said the new website had me set up my account again. It didn't carry over from the old site. Will the in stock rabbit snails ship before the quarantine tigers and black rose? So Matt, so the thing with that is I didn't transfer over all the stuff from the old website, which bit me in the butt because I don't know if I can access my old website. I thought I would be able to switch it over and then go back and pull information and put it to this one, and that's doesn't look like it's the case. I contacted a web guy and seeing what he thought, and so I may have shot myself in the foot with that one, but you have to make mistakes to learn, because nobody told me that prior to, and so I just didn't even think about it. So hopefully it's still there and I can transfer stuff up or over. But Matt, thank you for setting up another account. And it depends on what you ordered. If you ordered Black Rose, and you ordered, what did you say? Um, before the quarantine tigers and Black Rose. Yeah, so it depends. We may ship them first. It depends if we're gonna have to ship 2 boxes or not. If we're only gonna be, if everything can fit in 1 box, then we'll probably hold off and just send everything at once. Now, if you ordered a lot of hard goods, we'll probably send the hard goods. But as far as livestock, we'll probably just send it all at once. Crew 2 said throw in 20 shrimp. Throw in 20 shrimp where? To the new aquarium. There we go. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Put my volume up as loud as I can. So Emma's doing She's sweeping her floor while listening to the live stream. That's awesome. F Fox says, "Do corridors go for baby shrimp?" Hi from England. So shout out to England. First of all, Fox, thank you so much for being here. Corey's, they definitely will eat baby shrimp. They won't eat adult shrimp, but at least I've never seen it. But they definitely can eat baby shrimp. So be watching out for that. And McMurray Farms answered you as well. He said yes, but they don't hunt. They just happen to run into them and then they eat them. I believe that wholeheartedly. Da, 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 da. Jordan Cohan says, "I love this channel. Thank you so much, Jordan." The Aquarium Lab says, "What do you breed together to make carbon release blue?" You can breed carbon release with I mean, pretty much like mainly blue velvets, I would say. So like if you got blue jellies and carbon relays and mix them together, you would get blue relay. Or like, oh man, I'm always yawning. The other thing is you can get blue dreams, like fantasy blues usually, but you can get like a blue dream or something, mix them in with your carbon relays, and you'll start getting that nice blue pattern as well. Tori Cook says, "What did you do on the 4th?" So the 4th of July, I worked on the website till 12 o'clock, and then my grandpa, who has been sick for like 3 years, he was in Vietnam. He actually, he was a Marine, so he was like in the trenches. A lot of Agent Orange, he was exposed to, and with that, he developed this disease from it. And so it's like I don't know exactly what it is, but I know he's been very sick for like the past 2 years. Actually, it's been the past no, it's been the past 2 years, and it's been on and off. And so we actually went, and he's well enough that he's at home now. He's not in the hospital anymore. And so they threw a party at his house. I went up there with Ruby and kind of hung out. Amanda was working, unfortunately, and we did that. And then I came home. I believe I hung out with Amanda for a little while. I cleaned the house. We went and did a little shopping for her garden outside. And then we went over to my neighbor's house. We went and did 4th of July fireworks at Mark's place. And I did a live stream with you all. And so it was a great time. I really haven't been sleeping much. Like I usually only sleep like maybe 5 hours a night, 6 hours a night, just because I work too much. And last night I think I fell asleep at like 10:30 and slept today until 8:30. So it was like 10 hours of sleep. I was like, oh, I needed it. And when I woke up, I still didn't want to wake up. We got B. St. John in the house. What's going on, Marcus Aurelius? Shout out to Mark. If you guys see Mark in my video, he's in the stream right now under B. St. John. And so definitely shout out to him. Richard Schneeberg. I don't know how to say that. Schneeberg. So Rob, what is the next thing you are going to do next? So the big thing is the shrimp contest. That's our next big focus. After the shrimp contest, we're going to work on the ponds outside. I got to plumb 'em all and kind of figure out how we're going to do water changes and things like that, and get the outside patio ready for it. And I think we're going to keep one of the ponds for Ruby to go swimming in. Haven't decided. I got to show you guys an update on the ponds. They're so sweet. Shout out to Eye Catching Coral, my buddy Jimmy who owns it, and John. They gave me a really good deal on some ponds that they used to use for coral, and so it's been really good. So that's going to be a fun series. Other than that, we're just going to focus in on breeding shrimp and keeping them and keeping up with our statistics on how the shrimp are doing, how they're living, they're reproducing, everything like that. And it's going to be a fun journey. So I'm excited for these next couple of months leading into winter. Kevin Hyatt says, "Bulk Reef Supply, are you cheating on the freshwater fish fam, Rob?" No, so Bulk Reef Supply, I got this shirt when I was at Reefapalooza. I met the guys, they were really cool. They said, "Hey, come by the booth, get a free shirt." And so Ken, Amanda, and Jeff all went to their booth and got free shirts and brought me one back. And so yeah, I'm just wearing it because they were such cool guys, and it was nice of them to give us free shirts. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm not cheating on you guys. I am still freshwater through and through. Somebody said, I don't want to lose it. Where was it? Oh, we got Steam Fought Aquatics in the house. What's going on, Bob? Shout out to Bob. Bob, aren't you working right now? I feel like he's being sneaky. Rob got Jordan. Leroy said Rob got the vacation vibes. Should be in work, but instead I'm in Canada. That's awesome. I would love to go on vacation. Me and Amanda might have to do a little weekend trip. Jordan Cohen said, "What shrimp do well with crystal reds? Same water conditions. So you can do crystal blacks. You can also do tangerine tigers with them. They will interbreed, but same water parameters. Let's see. You can do a mono shrimp. They're pretty hardy. They can survive that low. And so yeah, so a lot of different stuff you could do with that. Get Rob a Red Bull. Yeah, Red Bull would work or a Monster. I like the taste of Monster better. Will adult shrimp be okay? Paul Harris. I don't know what you mean. I'll have to Paul or adult shrimp. Oh, so you probably asked a question about the corridors. Adult shrimp will be fine with cories. They won't eat the adults. Louise says, "Don't touch Amanda's tanks. Don't want to feel her wrath from here." Yeah, I do get the wrath from Amanda. Don't want to get it anymore. So I just kind of let her tank go, and she takes care of it and everything. So it's been good. Uh, Villager said, "Is he putting on weight at last?" Me, I'm definitely putting on weight, but I'm sure you're talking about bait or Little Steen. Little Steen. Hopefully he's feeling much better. I know he had some parasite or tapeworms or whatever. And Bob said Little Steen is doing great. But it's cool of Big Steen to stop in and say what's up. McMurray Farm says something about breeding the carbon relays with each other. Remove those with bluish color and breed them together. Eventually, you will have blue dreams. Correct. Yeah. So blue dreams really are just blue carbon relays, but their pattern isn't as nice. Yeah. So we got a lot of good stuff going on. Let's see. The Platypen said, "Rob, is the 8-hour live stream this Sunday?" Yes, it is. So as soon as this live stream's over, I'll probably schedule the 8-hour live stream, and we're gonna start at 12 p.m. Eastern time and go till 8 p.m. Eastern time. So that's gonna go right up to Corey's. And like I said, I'm gonna do my best to make it an 8-hour stream, but it's gonna be tough. So I'm gonna have to find things to talk about. I'm gonna have to save my voice up for a couple days prior to, so I don't lose it. Bookshelf Aquatics says, "Hello, all. Rob, what would be a good secondary shrimp to keep with red cherry shrimp that are hardier than CRS?" I would go with like a black tiger. They tend to be really hardy. Any tiger shrimp's going to do well, depending on what your water's like. But yeah, so tiger shrimp's a good option. Um, yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I'd go with. You can go with like Caridina babolti. They're pretty hardy. You can go with a mono shrimp, things like that. So there's a couple things you could do. Dominic said about the starter packs, how would you keep the beneficial bacteria alive if shrimp don't reproduce enough waste for them to feed on without introducing another species or using gunk from an established tank? So what I do is like what I did for this import order is I sell it on the website. It's Fluval Cycle. It's basically just live bacteria. And when I get shrimp in that I don't think are going to produce enough waste, I just add a little bit of live bacteria once a week and I just keep up on it for like a month until they start getting bigger, reproducing, things like that. The other trick that I use is I introduce snails to the tank, whether it's Malaysian trumpet snails, ram's horn snails, rabbit snails, whatever it is, because they're pretty dirty. They produce a lot of waste. They'll definitely keep your beneficial bacteria alive. And so, but if you didn't want to do that, I would just get the live bacteria and do it that way. But you could put gunk in from another tank. It doesn't sound like you want to do that. So there's some stuff you could do. Steamfot said took the day off up late last night. So Steamfot, Big Steen, must have had a great night last night. I don't know what he did. He might have been hanging out with Corey and Jimmy. Maybe went to some fireworks. Maybe he drank too much Diet Coke. You just never know. And so glad you're here, Steamfot. Thanks for stopping in, Bob. Really do appreciate it. I'm sure monos are immortal tanks. Villager Sparky said, "Yeah, monos. I'm telling you, from this import order, we've literally had I think 5 total die out of 2,000. Like, they are ridiculously hardy. So that's great. Aquarium Lab said, at McMurray Farms, thanks. I should clarify what I'm trying to figure out is How would I make Rillies? I have all solid colors right now. The Rilly pattern is something that was selectively bred over many generations. And so I would just take a black carbon Rilly or a red carbon Rilly, depending on what colors you have, and kind of start getting the Rilly pattern that way. That is definitely what I would suggest. Jordan said, "What's the hardest shrimp to breed, or what's the hardest shrimp to breed?" Hmm. Probably something that has a larvae stage, like Amanos. Uh, they need brackish water, and they have a larvae state. It doesn't go straight to like egg to shrimp. It goes from egg to larvae to shrimp. So those are probably pretty difficult. Ghost shrimp are, whew, oh man, ghost shrimp are also hard to breed because of the same thing. But if you're just talking about normal shrimp that just have shrimp babies, I would probably say a form of Taiwan bees, maybe like a type of pinto that's kind of inbred, but they have good genetics though. Hmm, probably just Taiwan bees. They're probably the hardest. Hi from Italy, Pietro. Shout out to you. Last month I bought 7 yellow fire shrimp and they aren't breeding yet. They are in a 13-gallon with Billy Star Endlers and Ram's horn snails. The tank is full of 60% moss. That's crazy. So hopefully they'll start breeding soon. The fish might actually be stressing them out to where they don't want to breed. But regardless, I hope you get some babies soon. Matthew Lim said, "Hi, I'm from Singapore and the price of shrimp is a lot cheaper here because a lot of people keep and breed them." That's a great thing, especially as a hobbyist. You can get pretty much any type of shrimp for real cheap. So that's really cool. Ezekiel said, "Hey Rob, I ordered a few things yesterday and I need them ASAP. Is there any way I could speed up the shipping?" Ezekiel, let me find your order real quick. What name is it under? Let me try to find Ezekiel. I will have to find it. We usually only ship on Mondays, unfortunately. But I will, if I can speed it up, I will. Especially with the holiday, like 4th of July really slows down the shipping process. So I'm always scared to ship after a holiday. Let's see. Ezekiel, let me know what you use to like what email address you use to ship with or what name you put down, and I can go through and kind of find it. Or you can send me an email at rob@flipaquatics.com. Here I go yawning again. Yeah, so the contest is not well, it technically has started, but you can still enter it, Thomas. So you can still enter it. I'll get that up on the website before Sunday, and I'll talk about it on Sunday. So feel free, like you're not in a time pinch. If you bought shrimp, you're in it. Keep reading them, and then we're gonna get the tally done this month, and so probably the next couple of days. Let's see. McMurray says you need to take it down a notch. We all care about you, and you should not overwork yourself. This is the first stream where we can see you need sleep. Take care of yourself, Rob. Yeah. So it's been brutal. Like I said last night, I slept 10 hours. So that definitely helped. But I really have been kind of slowing down on the amount of work that I do, especially well, just basically today. Yesterday was killer. The day before, like anything prior to yesterday, like was ridiculous. So now it's like, hey, let's slow down a little bit. We got the website up, we got the import order in, we got the new shrimp room built. Now it's just fine tuning stuff. It's doing like the water change system for the new shrimp room, things like that. And so it'll be good. And yeah, Stormy, order on Saturday, and we'll get it out on Monday, especially if you're ordering USA bred stuff. So it'll be good. But yeah, 115 people in the house on a Wednesday afternoon. It's hump day. We had a holiday yesterday, so there's only 2 days left in the work week. We are almost to the weekend, and that's what we're looking forward to. Laura Shrimp says, I think she's talking about the fire res. She said, keep them at 250 300 TDS and don't stress them out. They are a little bit more sensitive, I guess, than other colors. Um, so I don't know who she's responding to, but she's responding to someone. Thank you, Laura. Oh, McMurray asked, "What's your secret, Laura?" There we go, and that's what her secret is. Keep it around 250, 300 TDS. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, it's coming again. Oh. Jordan Leroy said nap time for Flip Aquatics. That heat is making me tired. Yeah, I could use a nap. And actually, I just thought of it. Ruby is outside right now. I put her water out there, but I didn't plan on live streaming for long, so I should go let her back in. Let me answer a few more questions. Your live streams get me through the week. Thank you for everything you do. Feeling better said that. Thank you so much for saying that. It's good to know that people look forward to live streams and hanging out and just talking. And it's always good just to like debrief, hang out, talk to you guys because when I'm talking to you guys, like there's no pressure. Like I don't have to say anything. Like I could sit here and yawn, and you guys are still gonna watch and support me. I didn't mean to flick you guys off. I was really just rubbing my rubbing my eye. But yeah, so it's good just to sit back and enjoy some time with you guys, hear what you guys have to say. It's always good when you guys give me positive feedback, but negative feedback works too. Like it's all about improving ourselves. I got McMurray Farm yawning. Let's see. Tim Jack said, "How is Emma the Labradoodle doing?" So she's actually a golden doodle, but it's really close. Emma is doing really good. The only thing is lately she has like something stuck in her throat. She was actually going to the vet today, and she's been gagging a lot lately and puking up mucus. So she's not doing great, but she's doing good other than that. So hopefully it will be like something real simple, like maybe allergies or something like that. And so hopefully nothing too big. Joking JC Marley said, "Hey Rob, I got two buried females on my Bloody Marys. Woo! They're about to explode. That's awesome." JC, did you get those from us? Because if so, that's great news. And if you're not already a part of the shrimp breeding contest, you need to be a part of it, especially if they're already breeding. Uh, Ama Aquatics says, "I made it, better late than never." Definitely better late than never. It's always good to see you here. 002 says, "Are you going to get into Soloisi shrimp soon or in the near future? Not many retails have them for sale." Yes. But here's the thing. So they import very poorly. Most of them are wild caught. So we're still working on a good source before we get them in. I want to make sure I have my ducks in a row. I want to make sure I have the tanks ready, plenty of algae going on them before I get them in because I don't like they're such a beautiful shrimp and I know they're pulling them right from the lake. I highly doubt anyone over there breeds them. That's what we're trying to find though. And so we definitely when we get them on in, I want to keep them alive. I don't want to kill them. And so that's what we're really working on. What kind of shrimp do you recommend for starters? Joey, if you go to my website and under shrimp, there's a category. It's beginner shrimp, and that's everything I recommend for beginners. So those are all the hardiest ones that we sell. JJ Clark says, "How should a home shrimp keeper do water changes for a shrimp tank?" Thank you for the live stream. The way that I would do them, especially if you have a few amount of tanks, if you have a mat filter, it makes it easy because a mat footer you can literally suck the water out of the back behind it, not suck up any shrimp. If you don't, what I used to do is I'd put pantyhose, like cut a leg out of a pantyhose, and put them over the siphon, and then I would siphon water from low in the tank, and the pantyhose would prevent any shrimp from getting caught. And then after I did that, I would take like a 5-gallon bucket and set it up on the rim of the tank where it's like the corner, and then use an airline and just drip water in. So those are a couple good ways you could do it. You want to make sure the temperature is as close as possible with the water change water, and just go from there. Evelyn said cage for Caradinas depends on what parameters they were bred, but mostly low KH. Yeah, so a low KH of less than 2 for like Taiwan bees is good. Yeah, pretty not all Caradinas because like tigers like a higher a higher KH, but the crystals, the Taiwan bees, they all prefer low pH or low KH. Lefon Gamer says, "Will my shrimp eat my guppy fry?" No, I've never seen that before. I highly, highly, highly doubt it would ever happen unless like one was already kind of dead and it was laying on the bottom and then they just started eating it. That would be the only way. Somebody said they get mad. I want to find that one if I can. Feeling better said, "I get mad when I miss one of your live streams. I don't get mad when I miss any of the others." So thank you so much, Feeling Better. I do appreciate that. It's great to know that that there's some hardcore supporters out there. Ken Nielsen said 118 watching and 72 likes. That's awesome. Thank you guys for liking and sharing and commenting. It's great to hear from you guys, and that's why I do these live streams. is not only to share my knowledge, but to hear the feedback from you all, because I know lately I haven't been able to like respond to comments on videos, and so it's good to be able to respond to you guys here and talk with you and have conversations. And it's live. It's like from me to you guys right now, which I always think that's really cool, especially like the people that I really look up to. Like it's really cool to have an actual conversation with them. Aqua Beer said, hard to talk about fish and shrimp out in the real world, so it's good to nerd out on a stream. Amen to that. My family all makes fun of me. They're like, "What do you mean you live stream? Like, what is that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just talk live to people," and they're like, "About shrimp? Like an hour and a half? Like, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's what we do." So yeah, it's good to nerd out. uh, McMurray Farms says, "Before you leave, press that like button." You guys are awesome. Uh, Benny Lugo said, "Just made it. Thank you for stopping in." 311 said, "Thanks, Rob, for all the love in the hobby and sharing information. One of your shrimp Saturdays helped me order your shrimp starters and keep my first shrimp only tank." That's awesome. That's great to hear. It's always cool to have people get into the hobby over a video or over me saying something or giving some tips. I love this hobby. I love what it's about, and so to grow it is like such a blessing, and I just love being a part of it. So, uh, Rekid Hale says, "I have two nice red cherry shrimp females, and then a lot of clear males. If they breed over and over again, will the grade slash color improve over time?" Yeah. So males usually have bad color for whatever reason, probably for breeding purposes. Like like the females are bright in color to attract the males or something. I don't really know. I don't know why females have better color. Maybe it's the blend into leaves or something. I don't know. And so, but you would think clear would be a better color. So maybe that's not wrong. But anyway, yeah. So if you get a good looking red, it means you're doing something right. Females, you typically always look good. Uh, Tanks for Veterans. Tanks for Veterans. I love that name. He said, "Hello, all. My channel needs some love, and a few great ideas would really rock. Very informative streams. Thanks, Rob. Great job." I love your name, Tanks for Veterans. Now you just need to come up with a good uh, picture. So right now it's just showing up as a T. You need to get a nice profile picture of like a veteran holding a flag in front of a fish tank. It's something cool. Sam Will said, "Keeping a large colony of fire red shrimp with white cloud minnows, odocats, and coolie loaches. Would those species be compatible with each other? Put minnows in first to help cycle, then add shrimp." Um, no, coolie loaches would probably eat shrimp. Odocats are good. Cloud minnows, I'm not sure. I'm guessing they would definitely eat babies. Um, but they probably won't eat the adults. Um, Zier something, got my new RO unit from yesterday. Just made 20 gallons of RO. Got some discus salt and General King shrimp GH plus. So yeah, you're ready to go, Crimson or Crimson. Villager Sparky said, "Oh, just remembered why I checked in. Does anyone fertilize their cherry shrimp tank? If so, there have been any deaths from fertilizing?" So the main fertilizer that will kill shrimp is um what is it? Potassium permanganate, something like that. KNO3 is what it's called. That stuff will kill shrimp in high doses. The other thing that will kill shrimp is copper and iron. So make sure not to be doing too crazy amounts of that, and you will be good to go. Emma, aka Story Mess, said, "If you do live streams of you yawning, I will watch it. And if my dad asks what I'm watching, I'll say I'm watching Flip Aquatics yawn." There you go. That's the right way to put it. Pietro said 567 for a black roast shrimp is a good price. That's a great price. I think it's a good price, but it all depends on like what the quality of it is. Because if it's 567, and you buy 10 of them and only 3 live, then those were some pretty expensive shrimp. But if you pay, let's say, $15 and get 10 shrimp and all of them live, what's the better deal? And so it really just depends. Um, what else do we got? McMurray Farms deleting messages. Good man. Yeah, you gotta delete things that are controversial. You don't wanna get into any political debates or anything like that. We're here for shrimp, not for anything else. Shrimp and love. So if we're not spreading those two things, then we shouldn't be here. Yoda Gaming says, thanks for helping me with my tanks. I love being a part of the Flipper Aquatics. I like it. I'll read one more question. I got to go let Ruby in. Isn't the fact that you have more females a good thing? Yeah, females are always a good thing. It means they can reproduce more. And then one more question. Raphael Amorim says, if we have fish or a plant tank and if we put shrimp in there, will they need some different food types? So if you're feeding like a high quality flake food, you're probably going to be okay. It's always good to feed shrimp specific shrimp food just because it's good to feed them a specific bottom feeder pellet, whether it's vegetable based or mainly vegetable based, because you want to get them the food that they need, the nutrition they need. But if you're feeding like vegetable flakes and they're high quality and some of them sink to the bottom, you're going to be fine. You will be fine. Chuck Cleve said, Rob, don't forget your dogs outside. You're right. I gotta go, guys. Much love to the shrimp fam and the fish fam. Love you guys all. Thank you so much for being a part of the live stream. Watch out for the live stream this Sunday. We're doing an 8-hour live stream from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Hopefully, if I can make it the whole time. And I'm going to go over some new products we have. There's going to be a lot of specials. There's going to be some specials on shrimp starter packs. And if you're looking to get into shrimp and you want to try some new things out, this is going to be a fun live stream for you. But much love to you all. I will talk to you guys. I'll actually talk to you guys tomorrow in a video and Saturday, and then I'll talk to you live on Sunday. So much love. You guys make it a great week. Talk with you guys soon. Later.